Mark Rosenker was chairman of the NTSB during its investigation into the 2007 collapse of the I-35 bridge in Minneapolis. He's a CBS News transportation safety expert. Mark, good morning. Welcome.
Good morning.
The operative number here seems to be that 24% of our bridges are structurally deficient or functionally obsolete. Ultimately, is that at the root of these recent problems?
Well, even though the bridge that fell in Washington State was one of the bridges that fits into that category, which was functionally obsolete, that does not mean it's an unsafe bridge. These are characterizations by the Federal Highway Administration to put the real status of the bridge in a visible status. These bridges have to be maintained. But in fact, they collapsed not because of a structural failure as it relates to infrastructure failure. Mm-hmm. It was outside forces that brought this bridge and also the one in Missouri down.
And yet, in all of these cases, it didn't take much to bring these bridges down. Shouldn't they be able to withstand being hit like this?
Well, they should be. And actually, when you look at a fracture-critical bridge, they have a fairly decent safety record. It is outside forces that have brought these down. The last time a bridge came down under failing infrastructure was the Minneapolis Bridge in Connecticut. Mm-hmm. That's an excellent example of failing infrastructure. That came down because of rust. It came down because of maintenance that had been deferred. And that's a bridge which should have been looked at and fixed properly.
When you say fracture critical, what do you mean by that? And how many bridges around this country are fracture critical?
18,000 bridges are fractured critical in the United States out of 607,000 bridges across the country. A fracture critical bridge means that the way it is designed, if you lose a key element, the entire bridge will come down. Minneapolis was a good example. But that's, again, an outside force. That bridge had been designed improperly on a gusset plate. And when, in fact, it was when that bridge was going to fall rather than if it was ever going to fall.
Mark, you've made the point that fuel-efficient cars are actually becoming part of the problem. What do you mean?
The trust fund. The Highway Trust Fund is really a major part of where we get our monies to maintain our bridges and our roads. 18.4 cents of every gallon of gasoline which is purchased goes into that Highway Trust Fund. As we have gotten much more efficient in the way we build our automobiles, in our engine use and our fuel usage, we are buying fewer gallons of gasoline. That translates into fewer gallons and money going into the Highway Trust Fund, which ultimately means we've got less money to do the kind of maintenance that we need in order to keep our infrastructure robust.
Great insight. Mark Rosenker, always great to see you.
Good to be with you as well.
Thanks so much for being here.
Happy Memorial Day.